What's up guys, Buck here, and in this video we are going to talk about catfishing a little bit. I'm still fairly new to catfishing. In fact, Bubba from Backwoods Hillbilly Fishing, it was only a couple years ago we decided to try to get into catfishing and see what we can make happen. And I got to tell you, we went through just about every bait that we could find, both on the store and stuff that you make at the house. Not much luck with anything. It took us quite a while to finally figure out what works, at least for us, as far as bait, hook combination, the whole 9 yards. We finally did, like I said, find what works for us. But like I said, we went through everything we could find as far as baits, and pretty much none of it worked. I mean, obviously the stuff must work if they still sell it, right? Well, I decided for this video I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of the stuff that we have tried before that didn't work for us, and try it again in how would you say this? I'm going to try it in an environment that I know with 100% confidence that I can catch catfish. Not necessarily with these baits, but with the bait that I normally use. The Easy Catch Pay ponds in Bradley, Arkansas is where I am going to go. I've been there a couple times. It's always a lot of fun. You're guaranteed to catch out there pretty much. I figured that would be the best place possible to try all these different baits that I got, all these prepackaged baits. They didn't really work out in the wild for us, but maybe in this surefire place, maybe they will. I got a few baits I'm going to go ahead and show you, and I'm going to take some more baits. I'm going to take the bait that I use. I use plain old chicken breast. I go to the store and I look for the cheapest, turning yellow, about to be out of date, sell it cheap chicken strips. That's what I buy. If they don't have any that look bad, I still just look for the cheapest pack I can. Cut into chunks, however, whatever size I need, depending on the size hook that I'm using. Kool-Aid chicken or Jello chicken, whichever. Some people use Jello, some people use Kool-Aid. I have used Kool-Aid. Bubba and we come up with a recipe for our Kool-Aid chicken. We use that religiously, and I'm not knocking it. It does work, but I pretty much found out that just plain old chicken works just as good. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to use both. I'll have my plain raw chicken. I'll have some Kool-Aid soaked chicken, Kool-Aid and garlic. All the 11 herbs and spices. Bubba and we came up with our own little recipe, so to speak. And I've already got a bunch of it made up, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of that with me. And I got some of this stuff. Now this, I think everybody has seen this stuff before. It's pretty much in every Walmart, every Bass Pro Academy. The magic bait. Now this one is beef blood flavored, scented, whatever. Non-refrigerated, prepared dough, not for human consumption. So if I get hungry, I'm just SOL. But I got that to try, that blood dough bait. I found this stuff. It's Team Catfish, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much a Bass Pro brand. Power cheese flavor, fiber nuggets, again, not for human consumption. It doesn't look too appetizing. I found this, which I didn't even know they made it, but you know, this is catfish bait chunks, liver and blood. Power bait. Power bait works pretty good for bass and brim, so maybe it'll work for catfish too. This one I have not tried before. It also don't look too appetizing. This one I got just because. Bill Dance Advantage Catfish Bait, chicken liver and blood. If it didn't say Bill Dance on it, I probably wouldn't have got it. But when I grow up, I want to be Bill Dance. We're going to try that one. And I got some of these packaged baby shad. Now, I've seen these in several different brands. I've seen them both plain and soaked in some kind of yucky stuff, but that's what I got. I might pick up some different ones, some bigger ones I saw at Walmart. Haven't decided yet. And I figure maybe I'm gonna take some just plain old cheap hot dogs too. See what that does. I've heard a lot of people use hot dogs, so I'm gonna be running 3 rods. Usually I only do 2, and when I get a bite on both of them, it gets kind of hectic, so with 3 going, it might get disastrous, but it'll make for a good video. Like I said, I'm going to Bradley, Arkansas, Easy Catch Catfish Ponds, and gonna spend the day out there and see what happens, and try to keep counts on what's biting on what, and you know, maybe I can help someone out there make some kind of, you know, informed decision on, you know, what kind of bait they need to use or whatever. You know, like I said, I'm fairly new to catfish, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are even newer than I am. Maybe some people that don't go fishing quite as often as I do, or some of my friends, but you know, everybody now and then likes to get out there and do a little fishing. So hopefully this video helps someone out there catch a fish. So, I'm about to pack on up and get everything into the car and get on the road and head to the catfish pond. So we'll see you at Easy Catch Catfish Ponds. Alright guys, so I'm out here. Can you see me? There we go, kinda. It's still early. Looks like we're gonna have a storm rolling in, so hopefully I have enough time to go through all these baits. I got my plain chicken, which is what I normally use. Gonna try some hot dogs. And let's see, where did it go? I did pick up one more bait that I saw at Walmart called Catfish Pro chicken liver chunks. We're going to see what that does too. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to throw out each bait. I'm probably going to have just my plain old regular raw chicken on one rod exclusively. The other 2, I'll go through all the others. And what I'm probably going to do is, once I get a catch on one bait, I'm going to move to the next, try to go through all of them, and then, you know, providing I have enough time, I'll keep going back through them. But I want to give each one a shot, so probably be one and done to begin with. So, also out here the ground is really hard, and I usually can't get my rod holders in the ground due to it being so hard. But I think I got a solution for that. So I'm gonna get set up. We'll get at it.
Alright guys, unfortunately I messed up and left my Kool-Aid chicken at the house. But that's alright, because I got plenty of footage of me using it, older footage, so I'll just include a few clips of that just so you can see that it does in fact work.
Yeah. Some damn old homemade chicken that we made.
Alright, y'all. Oh, Uncle Buck done caught a nice one here. Look at that.
I don't think it's come off. Look at that, boys. Look at that, boys.
Three for raw chicken.
So on one rod I have the little baby shad. The other rod I got hot dogs. Not even a bite on either one so far, so I'm gonna let them go a few more minutes and change them out with something else. So far that plain chicken is winning the day.
Yeah.
Well, it's another for the chicken. That was a quick release. So I'm getting some pretty good hits on the power bait. Problem is it don't stay on the hook real good. But I'm gonna keep baiting it up, give it a chance. I think it might actually work. So far, only the chicken, plain chicken, has done the deal. Alright, so I got a catch on the Catfish Pro. So I changed that one out and put the Team Catfish on there. I'm leaving that power bait a little longer because they are hitting it. It's coming off the hook too easy. But I'm going to give it a fair chance before I switch it out. Plain chicken still the champ. Alright, so I've been through all of my baits, so now I'm just going to start going back through them and giving the ones that didn't do anything another chance.
Giving that power bait another shot. It's been getting a lot of attention, but this comes off the hook too easy. Try hooking it a different way. Let's see what happens. By the way, that was the power bait. Alright guys, that's going to be about it. I've been at it for about 6 hours now. Luckily the storm held off, so I was able to give everything a fair shot. But it's getting hot and I'm getting hungry, so I'm about to pack up and hit the road. Alright guys, so I'm back at home and I'm going to do a little quick recap. I had a lot of luck today. I caught 24 catfish. The bulk of them was on just plain raw chicken. No Kool-Aid, no nothing. Just plain, straight out of the package, raw chicken. However, all except for one prepackaged bait did produce me at least one catfish. A couple of them I caught at 2, but you know, some of them I caught just 1. First, I'm going to start with this Berkeley power bait. I got to tell you, I feel confident in saying that this stuff works. They were all over this like flies on garbage. The only problem I had, you know, I had a lot of trouble keeping this on my hook. They would peck at it and get it and eventually get it off of the hook. They recommend that you use a treble hook, and I didn't have treble hooks because honestly, personally, I do not like treble hooks. I'm just not a fan. I'm sure if you put it on an actual treble hook, it would do pretty good. But like I said, man, they were all over. They were all about this. You know, as long as this was in the water, I was getting bites. I did finally get one. I did land one catfish on this when I ended up rigging it a little bit different. But yeah, as far as the Berkeley power bait goes, I'm gonna say it works. Not too bad. All right. Next up, we got this Catfish Pro catfish bait. You know, it says no messy or stinky hands, which that is absolutely true. This is a pretty clean bait. Easy to use. You just take the cube off and slide it on your hook. Easy enough. I did land a fish on this stuff. I got a lot of excuse me, I got a lot of attention on it as well when I would, you know, rebait and throw it out there, but I only landed the one fish. So I did land a fish. I don't know that I would keep this in my tackle box though, you know, but again, I did land a fish. So next up, the Team Catfish fiber nuggets. This stuff, not even 5 minutes after I threw it out, I was reeling in a catfish. You know, it worked pretty good, I think. It's not too messy either. It's also kind of like that other. You don't really need to knead it and, working into a ball or whatever, just sticking on your hook pretty much. I got a lot of attention on this stuff. I only landed the one, but they seem to enjoy it. So, like the power bait, I'm gonna say this stuff's probably pretty good. I only landed one, but every time I would throw it back out, I was getting attention. Cool. Next, we're going to talk about the Bill Dance Advantage catfish bait. Same situation, and not even 5 minutes after I threw it out, I was hauling one in. This is one that you kind of need to work into a ball around your hook. They got instructions on the back for a treble hook or a J type hook. They're using the ones with the kind of the springs around the hook that hold the bait. I did have some of those hooks. I bought them just for this video. However, the one that I caught on, I just used one of my circle hooks, worked it into a ball around it, and it was hard to keep track of what was catching what. I think I caught at least 2 on this, so I didn't get to use this one as much as the others because I was kind of limited on time, but I did land a fish. So yeah, I guess it works. And this stuff stinks. Yeah, it stinks. The bag is still open and I got it right under my nose. Next, the other stink bait. Now that Bill Dance stinks, but this stinks. Good Lord, this stuff stinks. Now, again, I did land a fish on this. It seemed like it took it a little bit longer, but I did bring one in. So, I guess we can call it a winner. Now, this is the one I thought would do the best. I really did. The baby shad. Not so much as a nibble. They completely ignored this stuff. You would think, the shad is what they would most likely be eating out in the wild, but they had no interest in this. I tried and tried and tried. For every bait that I tried, I let this soak twice as long, just trying to get a bite. They wouldn't touch it. What are you gonna do? I also took some cheap Bar S hot dogs. They cost $1 a pack, but you don't get much cheaper than that. I had a lot of trouble keeping those on the hooks. All my life I've heard about people catching with hot dogs, so I figured, easy enough, I'll take some, try it out. I got a lot of attention on it. They pecked it to death, but I did finally land a catfish on the hot dog. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it works. As I previously stated, I forgot my Kool-Aid chicken at the house. It's still in the fridge right now. But if you've made it this far, you've already seen I included a little bit of clips from my older videos from the Backwoods Hillbilly Fishing channel, just showing that the Kool-Aid chicken does work. And, we've used grape, we've used fruit punch. It don't matter. I think it's just getting that color and getting that scent going. But it does work. But for my own personal opinion, you're not going to do better than just plain, straight out of the package, raw chicken. Like I said, I caught 24 today, and at least 18 or 19 of those was on raw chicken. In fact, once I ran out of my raw chicken, my bite drastically slowed down. So, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully this helped somebody out there. Like I said, I'm still fairly new to the whole catfishing world. I've been a lifelong bass fisherman, pan fisherman, all that kind of stuff. So it was a learning process for me, and hopefully this video helped somebody out there kind of answer some questions that they had of their own. Again, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, I guess we'll see y'all on the next video. Thanks for the support.